Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I am Kanawana, and today we are playing All Will Rise. I'm actually super excited that I got a key for the demo for this game. So basically, we're taking, corrupt billionaire to court for a River's murder. Manage your team, mixed with eco-terrorists and godmen. Go on missions to unlock and upgrade cards, build your deck, follow leads, and find allies. Shout out to Keymailer and the developers for the key. Let's go ahead and get into it. The river is a god, and they killed her. Okay. Intro music bussin'. Team office 4 a.m. The day before closing arguments. Your Honor, the time is now, the place. You're slouching. She's in the zone. A what? That's what she calls it. The zone. Ignore them, continue. The time is now, the place is here. Let us. Damn it, Joy! Don't blame me for giving you constructive feedback. It's okay to be nervous. Kuyili? I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Kuyili? Nervous? Who said anything about nervous? Now you've done it, Shintu. Wait, it's nothing like her name. Shintu's a complete sweetie. What can I say? I love my team. Both look tired. But what we're doing here, it's important. We spent 8 months convincing Muziris High Court that the river Perriar reserves the right of legal personhood. Oh, this is going to be a struggle for me. I can already barely know English. Make the river a legal person. Speculation. If we win, we could hold governments and corporations to account in a new way. Power to the people. If we lose, then everything stays the same, and one day our dying river will be dead. And it all comes down to closing arguments tomorrow. I need to focus on one advantage that giving the river legal personhood has over the current regulatory framework. I don't have time to explain them all in court, but I can't decide which claim I should make. Maybe you should go with your instincts, or you could be strategic and play to your strengths. Ooh, choose a claim that represents your Kuyili personality and capacities. Describe a term which emotion deploys in her closing argument. Ooh, Hearts is compassionate. Mystic. Ooh, what vibe do we want to go for? Do we want to go for detail-oriented? Play to the people's hearts? Or assertive? I'm gonna go with this one. We should center the voices and experiences of the people of ancient ties to the river and depend upon it. Do judges even have heartstrings to tug on? Shintu yawns magnificently and then immediately looks apologetic. I think that's her cue to get some rest. See you all tomorrow in court. And remember, all you have to do is win. Kuyili? I need someone to tell me how to properly pronounce that. This case could set a legal precedent that the river protect itself. My hands feel numb. I can't remember a single line of my closing argument. Get yourself together. We turn to the crowd assembled in court. Shintu gives me a little thumbs up. Joy raises an eyebrow and I feel a sudden sense of calm anticipation. Like Joy said, all I have to do today is win. Pressure. Card battles. Card battles are one of the core mechanics of All Will Rise. Play cards to tell stories and change your opponent's perspective. Playing cards changes both of your emotional energies, hearts, minds, and guts. This court was assembled 8 months ago to decide the fate of the river. I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce these. trial has attracted, I promise I'm not picking my nose, I'm fixing my nose ring. This trial has attracted interest not only from our local community and press, but nationally, even globally. Let me assure you all that external pressures will have no impact on this court's judgment. Let us remind ourselves of the situation at hand and the facts already in evidence. The river is in danger. We submit that the Perrier is being polluted with industrial runoff, choked by sewage. Agricultural waste. Proven. Pesticide pollution. Oh god. This court accepts the precarious state of the river. The causes of the situation have been proven to us, but what is the remedy? That is what we will decide here today. I will now hear your closing argument. Playing claim cards. Connect claim cards to each other. Tell stories. These cards also affect emotional energies. Find a claim that connects to the river is in danger in your hand. Ooh, okay. Can I like click this? Our river needs protection. If the river dies, the city of Muziris dies, our history dies. We cannot allow this to happen. I yield my turn. Advocate, please continue. Connect claims to make stories in casual chains. Causes flow into consequences. Play claims that are causes above another claim and play consequences below. You can only play claims that connect to claims already on the board. In this country, corporations have legal rights of personhood. They can enter contracts, sue for their rights, act independently. Is a corporation more of a person than a river? Is it truly more alive? You said judges, heart on fire. Arguments or goals to achieve in card battles. Play cards to satisfy their requirements. To make this argument, tell a story that connects the rivers in danger to life returns. Here we are. The facts alone will not convince your opponent. Okay. So heart. Existing laws allows us to levy fines on corporations who flout environmental standards. Last year, the court fined a corporation Rs 1,000 for polluting a river, less than the price of a kilo of ripe mangoes. We can discourage pollution and non-compliance without fundamentally altering our legal framework. The judge is building towards an opposing argument. I should look for opportunities to stop her from delivering it before my own argument is ready. This court talks of fines, but fines do not compare to corporate profits. We need entirely new instruments to protect the river. We will appoint community guardians to represent the river's rights. Decisions must be made by the people who are most affected by them, people who depend on the river for survival, who have worshipped the river for generations. We will enforce existing regulation. Our regulatory bodies are underfunded and riddled with corruption. We don't need new laws. We must give our institutions the capacity to enforce the ones we currently have. This is really interesting. I like the whole, like, we're in court, making our arguments, but we're using the, the cards. Like basically creating like our own card deck. I have to find a way to stop them from making their arguments. Want to undo a card's emotional effects, get in the way of an opponent's argument, use denial cards to negate low credibility claims. Cool. This court has made empty promises about enforcement before. We refuse to accept this claim without more proof. Your objection is sustained. Continue your argument, advocate. Hearts on fire. The judge's eyes suddenly light up. I can sense it. This is my moment. I've deliberately roused her empathy. Her heart is open to my argument. The existing laws have failed us. We need a hopeful new approach. Why should this court not lead the way? Not just for our river, but for all of India and indeed the world. I swear to this court, if you grant the Periyar the right of legal personhood, life will return to the river. I'm gonna get it. I promise. I'm gonna learn how to say it. What do I do now? Deliver! We need a hopeful new approach. Your Honor, the time is now. The place is here. Let us make history in this courtroom today. The judge bangs her gavel into the sudden silence. I'm ready to make my verdict. The light changes. Each mote of dust in the air seems to stop in suspense. It is no easy thing to change the very foundations of our legal system, to enact an entirely new framework of rights. But advocate, I'm gonna just call her Kay until I learn the proper pronunciation. Kay's compassionate arguments cannot be denied. I commend her sensitivity and heart. Like, I'd rather just call her Kay than to keep pronouncing her name wrong until I figure out how to pronounce it correctly. These cards have game-changing effects, which can combine with each other. They don't end your turn, so play them before claims. Sweet. The judge makes a legal truth out of what the people of Muziris already know. From henceforth, the River P is a legal person. The courtroom erupts. We won. I hear joy in Shintu's shouts louder than all the others. We won! The world has changed for the better just a little bit because of us. Reality is more malleable than we think. I won't forget that lesson. What a nice little like intro battle to like the mechanics and stuff. Halfway through the grand opening of Resilience Tower, when smoke pours over the horizon and the sky turns bright orange. Fire! Fire! Is it the tower? The headquarters of the multinational, I know how to pronounce that word in my head, but it's not going down to my mouth to say it. Invading my city is sadly not burning. Oh, Lord. No, wait, it's the water. Whoa. The river's on fire. The river burns. And reality tears open. Specters of the dead leap out of the water. Oil-slicked birds and pearl-spot fish swim amongst a horrified crowd. Mangrove trees wrench their roots up to escape the flames. I must be hallucinating. I feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like I'm seeing reality for the first time. Look! Oh God, look! There's oil on the water. Oil spill. The crowd bristles and seethes. People are afraid, but we're also angry. We can't stand by and watch the world burn any longer. The ghosts from the burning river slither up Resilience Tower, the dead of the ecosystem haunting their murderer. I want to party? Go home too fast, scheme and plot, and plan in quiet devotion. No, wait, do I? Yes. I text my team. The river's on fire, let's make them regret it. Regret? Did not talk. My smile is a blade that matches the shape of my heart. Oh, yes, this is going to be fun. Inappropriate joy. For 2 turns, gain 3 heart whenever a claim reduces your heart. He's late. Is this like my deck? It's my library. Okay, I just wanted to look at that. Bet she's hungover. Joy, she's probably up late making plans. Drowning her sorrows or getting into trouble, and who'll have to clean it up? Us, again. We both startle at my sudden arrival to the office and send some papers flying. Good, I need them on their toes. I keep things interesting and you love it. Uh-huh. I told you to come in fired up. So, what did you get up to last night, fearless leader? I'm gonna be honest, professionalism is and worse boring. Takes so much energy to wear a mask. So glad you asked. I drop a thick stack of files, notes, and bits of string. Oh dear, I did go a bit overboard last night. On the table. You did all this last night? You'll gain and lose energies as you do missions, make choices, and play cards. Build them up to develop different aspects of her personality. Okay. Told you, does that mean I win the bet? Alright, enough nonsense. Open a packet of biscuits, open 2. Why not? We have lots of work to do. How can this be happening? We won the case. So much for bringing life back to the river. Debunked. Look, this is a setback, but a setback? If the river really was a person, she'd be dead. Joy. No, Shintu, she needs to hear it. Yes, I do. Say that again, Joy. If the river was a person, she'd be dead? Happy now? Wait, she has that look in her eye. Since the river is legally a person, let's put the people responsible on trial for her murder? Can we really do that? Another court case? Why not? We have research, legal precedents, contacts. You see the vision. It would send a warning shot through every corporate boardroom in the world. Exactly, boss. I'm not your boss. We're a workplace based on mutual cooperation affinity. Whatever you say, boss. Resilience eroded the coastline, changed the sea currents, now the river is on fire. We need to stop their port expansion. Let's put the vice presidents of Resilience on trial for murder. Whoa. Love the passion. What is this? First we need to establish that the river is, in fact, dead. I like how the cards change too, like with what's going on. I mean, it's obvious to anyone's eyes. The oil spill. We all saw it. Where did the oil come from? We need to find out. The fire on the river was terrible, but the oil spill is a catastrophe in its own right. Excuse me. We should help the citywide cleanup efforts. Because it's an opportunity for us to win over allies? Joy, no, because it's the right thing to do. Exactly right, but if we happen to build a little momentum for our murder trial while primarily helping people, then all the better. Also, people are flocking to a woman called, no man. Otave? Who claims she speaks for the river god. Oh really? And what she's selling? Face cream? A line of supplements? I'm not saying she doesn't have her own agenda, but we shouldn't get so caught up in the court case that we forget our struggle against resilience as a spiritual one. I get to pick where to go. Ooh. Let's see. Story mission. Let's do this so we can get a card encounter. Let's see, where should I send them? Clean operations well funded. You should find anything out there is. Oh. I'm just trying to... Okay, so she is likely to be successful in that. He's unlikely. That's all I can really send him. You know, what should I do? I don't... Okay, we'll put that there. We'll see how that goes. We might just Careful out there. The fire's lit in the sacred grove. My nostrils fill with smoke, fermented alcohol, scented flowers, left out too long. Over there, a pile of coals glowing red, awaiting a show of abandoned devotion. The ritual hasn't even started yet, and they're already in a trance. The drummers drive the beat faster and faster until silence opens up and Otave steps into the light. Might just have to go by K also. Her face is ritually painted and her fingers flicker with flame. She begins to dance. Wow. Gorgeous. When a village is cursed with sickness or drought, they hold a fayam, a folk ritual where the performer is possessed by their local god. The god speaks through them and communicates what must be done to placate their anger. This is really, really dope. Like, I'm absolutely loving this so far. Each village and community has their own gods and their own ancient stories, but Kay breaks tradition and tells a new story. I am the river goddess of Muziris. False god has been invited into Muziris and it calls itself Resilience. People jeer. One of her followers brandish a red painted sign with the letters RIG for Resilience Investment Group. Its unnatural new port is a temple to this god of greed. Plays the story out with her body, drawing audience members into unexpected roles, miming excitement, fear, lust, desperation with her painted face. Eating up the earth, changing the very currents of the sea, dirtying the air and fouling the water. Disrespectful entity, brash and vulgar, throwing nature out of balance. Resilience feasted on my city, growing strong as I grew weak. They tried to burn me out, but I am the heart of Muziris. Muziris? Even in death, those who worship me rise up against this false god. The crowd moans in fear, in ecstasy. Reclaim M, or we will all burn. Card battle, conversations go back and forth for a limited number of turns. Play rhetoric or denials first. You can play multiple per turn. Play claims last, they end your turn. Okay. And connect this as a cause or consequence. This is a vast rushing rolling thing, bring all of us along in our rapids. Delighted at my inappropriate joy that she dances close and whirls me into her embrace. We have to find a way to look at horror and hold it joyous. Yes, perhaps you and I can truly. But I don't hear the end of the sentence because someone else catches her eye, and she darts away to deliver some vital proclamation of prox or rebuke. Help me hold Resilience accountable for the oil spill. Even if you find all the proof in the world, they have money and power on their side. The rich and powerful own reality itself. The truth doesn't matter. Divine presence. With a shout, she spins towards the lit coals, dancing across them like they're warm sand. The crowd roars. In that moment, the river god is amongst us. We witness miracles. Are we the ones sucking the city dry in the name of shareholder profits? Are we eroding the coastline, stealing the livelihoods of fishermen and farmers? No. Resilience is a true criminal. But this has a cause or an effect, so the river god is angry. The river was murdered. She has a right to be angry. Yes, exactly. Those who stand by and do nothing, like you. She spins and whirls, pointing fingers of fire, fury, accusation at random members of the crowd. Her laugh sharp and bright. Yes, you, and you, and you. You will all face the dead god's anger. Yikes. Crisis. Nature has its limits, capitalism does not. She whirls, becoming more frantic, her eyes unfocused. There's desperate abandon to her movements. I don't think I really need to use this yet. No, I don't acknowledge the legitimacy of your court. Alright. Build trust by doing missions. Build trust matters. We can drill the earth dry of oil, feed it all into the corporation's jaws, and it'll lick its lips and demand more and more and more. Been trying to protect the rivers for some times. Perhaps you need to rethink your methods. Sound like someone I know. You should introduce us. Sounds like I'd like them. I feel like I'm kinda... My friends, I am not bloodthirsty. I don't desire violence, but I refuse to meet my death and humiliation passively. It's our enemies who determine the choice of weapons. Violence is the only language they understand. Can I? Very proud of winning your court case, aren't you? It didn't quite work out as I hoped. And it took for you to realize was all it took for you to realize was a river bursting into flames. Your legal drama is the definition of operation successful, patient dead. Night ends too early. Damn, there were more arguments I wanted to make, so much more I wanted to say, and no, well, it takes patience. I'll just come back another time. Dang. Smoke from the burning river sits over the city like adding toxic thickness to the summer. It's Friday, but there's still so much to do. You could work the weekend, says the person who just burned out and got back from medical leave. There's right, we have to pace ourselves. Besides, looks like you two got a lot done yesterday. Yay! Let me guess, people are bored, angry, and haven't been paid. Resilience has all but abandoned the migrant workers' camp in the shipyard to help distribute food parcels. Yeah. Resilience has diverted construction workers to the oil spill cleanup, all wearing their shiny new uniforms. Looks like they're already running their PR campaign. Well, we'll have to be smarter than them. An oil sample. Should we do this one? Community cleanup, let's do that one. Eat a biscuit before you go. Ani Kamala is a string of lush and leafy small islands floating in the backwaters. The easiest way to get around is with a small canoe that's moored in front of the office, even in oil-slicked water. Then social connections and regular flooding and evacuation drills make it a good place to be stuck in a crisis. The sand of the beaches run black with oil. You can mistake it for blood. Dead fish and oil-soaked birds flop helplessly along the shoreline. Acrid smoke billows across the sky. Baby Mole, the head of the local washerwomen's union, is a usual front and center of the cleanup operation. He's handing out buckets and absorbent cloth as well as relationship advice. I managed to avoid a devastating critique of my last failed relationship by constantly running from one cleanup location to the next. My body may be tired, but at least my psyche is intact. It's harder to work up the sunset since some exhausted-looking government workers from the local counselor's office come by with coconut water and biscuits. Thank you for all your help today. It's time to go home and rest. Placeholder art. Good advice, I'm exhausted. The spill will devastate this ecosystem, this community for decades to come, but every drop of oil we recover matters, every animal saved. Think of that tonight. What you've done today truly matters. This week went quickly. Any updates? We found high levels of pesticide pollution in the sample. Dredging should happen every month to prevent silt buildup. No one has seen a dredger in at least 4 months. Thank God it's the weekend. Alright, let's see what we got. Tell live show. Let's see. What do we got? I'll level him up a bit. I want you to level up. We'll do that one. Happy weekend! It doesn't surprise me that the children running wild on the streets of M are little God touched. The city is their mother. Oops, sorry, me man. We decided to put on a play about powerful being torn down, not turn. One of them styles his fake beard in the style of, so sorry, and prances around with a towel thrown over his shoulders like an expensive scarf. Hilarious. I hope we don't get sued. Resting on a weekend will reset energies to each character's base level. Now that the team is rested, let's see how much weekend activities make them level up. Oh, okay. A3. Okay. That's cool. Little leveling system. It's time we thought through what arguments we're going to present at the murder trial. Enough flailing about at random. I do love how you show approval through scolding and organization. Even a plan I don't agree with should be executed properly. Okay, let's focus on what arguments we're going to make and how we can strengthen them. We should first argue that the river is dead. We can find a lot of potential evidence for this, we just need to make sure it's strong. We should also make an emotive argument. The oil spill has caused intense community suffering. We still need an argument about who we hold responsible. Let's start by establishing the crime. We can get to that later. So how strong are our current arguments? Review the arguments you're planning to make in court. Assess whether you have enough claims and connections, and whether those claims have enough credibility. Oh. Should we focus on discovering more claims or straightening the ones we have? Why not both? Do you see our glaring weak link? The opposition can easily deny any hearsay or speculation. We should make sure we strengthen it to make our argument more convincing. There's some interesting new case law on ecocide, which is just a fancy name for murder. At the moment, many of our claims are speculation at best, though. Kay will just have to use rhetoric to make these claims more convincing, or call witnesses, or actually find more evidence to strengthen these claims. We can also tie weaker claims to undeniable ones to strengthen their credibility. Oh yes, like the river burns, let's make sure to use it strategically. Oh, I didn't even do that. Okay, let's go to specifics. Does anyone want to volunteer at the trial social media for potential leads? I'm really feeling the enthusiasm in the room. We should also investigate the port itself. Also, there's a fisherman you should really talk to. You're a character, knows all the good gossip. You should think about how you're going to approach him. Trauma dump. Trauma dump. People love it when you agree with them. Great, I think you're ready to take on Shabir now. Okay, let's see what we should investigate. I am interested on that. Meet with Shabir. And then we'll have him mismanagement at the port. I'll do Shabir and then I'll go up and do the cleanup. Remember to wear your respirators. I have extra sand on anyone to meet. Oh, good idea. Good luck. The universe smiles on that one. It's what mere mortals you should worry about. Ha, fine. Good luck to you and only you, Joy. Thank you. If I can engage Shabir on an emotional level, he's likely to be an excellent source of juicy gossip, by which I mean potential leads. Of course, I'm professionally nosy. You're, Shabir, right? I'm Kay, Shintu's friend. Friend, eh? Thought you were his boss. Technically, we're a Harriet. I cannot say that word to save my life. Oh yes, fine, I'm his boss. Max out. What is the max 40? When you max out one of your opponent's emotional energies, you set them on fire. Fire stayed so sticky, they'll stay at 40 until the next meeting. Something tangled in their connection to the river. It's not something you can reject or deny. We've been fishing this river for a long time now, since I was a child going out with my father decades in eternity. Then you felt it. The river is dead. He shudders like my words hurt him somehow. I'd like to talk about dead gods. Fishermen tell me the river has been flowing black marmar lately. I wonder if I can find the cause of that. I want to prove that resilience is responsible for the oil spill. I want to bring them to justice. Is justice even possible so soon after the crime for the people who have been harmed? I can imagine revenge, even restitution, but justice? I think that happens before or long, long after. There's a fish kill every few months these days, fish dying in droves. You might think, doesn't that make the fishermen's jobs easier? Just scoop them up. But trust me, you don't want to eat these fish. Hold on. I didn't even put that. Burst into sudden and inappropriate laughter into my delight. Shibuya joins me without having any idea why I'm laughing. Wipes his eyes, wheezing. I needed that. Ooh, I'm not doing so hot. Yeah, she's inside you. I can sense it. The human body is mostly water, an easy vessel for a river god to possess. This is hard. I need to find out more about how the oil spill happened. The captain of the oil tanker would be a useful witness. Then we got an excuse to go day drinking. No comment. On an official who was recently fired from the harbor engineering department. It would be a good idea to try to talk to someone who still works there as well. Oh, let's definitely look into that. And maybe talk to the dredging company as well. We should also think about how we can use the press for our campaign. Do we have to? There's always more oil spill cleanup to do. The community will remember who showed up in its time of need. We should also balance revisiting our main contacts and exploring and investigating. Okay. Went down a rabbit hole of ASMR. 3 turns, both players lose 20. One of the security guards decided I looked suspicious and threw me out. Oh well. Okay, then... Try them. Have a great day. Cleanup operation at the port is well equipped. The workers wear respirators, rubber boots, and gloves, all prominently emblazoned with the Resilience logo. Most of them seem sanguine about their new jobs as cleanup specialists. The work is less exhausting than carrying bricks or iron rods. Some are even looking forward to an impromptu holiday. But most are worried about when the construction will start again. They're being paid wages for the cleanup operation, but any halt in construction means their livelihoods are at risk. Something factor in any plans. Disruption in the status quo can be turned into opportunities for lasting change. It'll take at least a week, if not more, for the construction work to resume. We shouldn't let this chance slip away. Cleanup will be ongoing for weeks. We should help, but we can't lose focus on the case. Speaking of which, should we check the Port Authority archives for the oil tanker permit to prove this disaster? It wouldn't be a bad idea to start generating public support for a murder trial. Oh god, don't suggest a social media campaign. Does it build a lasting movement, real community? Maybe not, but it's cheap and effective. In case you're thinking of revisiting our main contacts, I dug up some old strategies I picked up in law school. These rhetoric cards boost the credibility of claims. They can make your claims more credible. I think they'll be useful to you. Thanks, Joy. Oh. He became convinced I was an investigator sent by resilience and wouldn't talk. They blame lack of knowledge about dredging operations for the problems in the port. And they're also upset about how irregularly the port has been dredged. They have vested interest in dodging responsibility for the oil soap is still good to know. Talk to the press. I try this one more time. Hold on. I'm to reapply your sunscreen, people. Port Authority offices are perched on an artificial island built from the mud dredge to create the harbor it overlooks. The disgruntled Port Authority engineer meets me at a little tea stall to the west of the jetty. Cormorants dive under the water, emerge with silvery fish in their hooked beaks. She looks nervous. Oh, shouldn't she be? She's whistleblowing. Resilience has utterly mismanaged the port expansion from top to bottom. The empty suit, don't get me started on him. I don't think he actually reads any of my department reports. I'm not even sure he can read. Get reasonable. It's hard to anticipate what levers will move their minds, but god, they're good allies when they already agree with you. Should I push for more, or is it too early? He's righteously angry with resilience. Pulls back from me and I realize I overstepped. She stopped her ramp but not ready to leak. Yikes. My bad. I like my job here. I have family to support. I should reassure that everything she says so far is just between us, but she's worried at me. God damn it. Keep looking. Also lots going on at the port. Man, Joy. He raised concerns about the safety of the harbor and was fired soon after. He also confirmed that this wasn't the first oil spill since the port expansion began. Very likely. Is there anything that uses... I have to do this one. She doesn't have a lot of the other stuff, really. could do that one. Let me try that again. Silence opens up and Kate steps into the light. Her face is ritually painted. Her fingers flicker with flame. Okay. Couldn't agree more. The shell case spins towards the lit coils, dancing across them like they're warm sand. Crowd wars in that moment, the bravado is amongst us. Oh. These are not secular times, my friends, no matter what lies they tell you in the newspaper. Resilience is a false god. Elbows, hearts, effects. What just happened? Did it just... What? It's not letting me play it or doing anything with it. What just happened? I think it literally just froze. I go back in, I might finish this battle. Oh, it was a success this time. Just concerned about the safety. Okay, try this again. Oh, I like how it... Oh, never mind. I think I'm also playing the Chenda. Drummers have the beat faster. Or the beat faster and faster until... Okay, we're back. We have to find a way. Perhaps you and I can truly... Okay, so she's playing the same cards. Excuse me. Start of your turn, draw one additional card. I've killed before with my own hands. Confession of guilt. So close I can only hear her whisper. I know I'm going to get some of these people killed, but I can't stop. God damn it, your addiction to comfort makes you a coward. Does it show how many turns I have left? Oh. I did it. Guts on fire. I couldn't agree more. Who are you? Where did you come from? Her makeup is dripping in the heat of the fire and her breathing is heavy with exertion. He considers for a moment and then decides to indulge my curiosity. Government... Sneeze again. The government seized our family's land for... Excuse me. Mining company. We went from freedom to wage slavery. My father and brothers all died of lung disease working the mines. I was recruited as a Naxalite. As a teenager, I was trained in guerrilla tactics, carried out many successful operations. This is dangerous information to know. I'm gonna keep her secret. I want to win her trust. She could be a powerful ally, and perhaps secretly, I admired her determination to lose it all and come back so strong. I ain't no snitch. Why am I... In any case, I should consider my options for a while before I make such a significant choice. Is a river, a vast, rushing, rolling thing, bring all of us along in their rapids. Oh. Ah, okay, gotcha. Rats, the rich and powerful already have us being broken and enslaved. Some of us are enslaved by misery and exhaustion, others with material goods and distracting technologies. Guys, link's so weird. Are we waiting for them to stop? From someone else to save us? There's no one coming. There's no end to this sickness and madness. Only we can end it. I slip away when Kay's attention stirred away from me, my thoughts sparking. Okay, we did better. I'm still trying to learn like the battle card mechanics. Are we all feeling now? It's the end of the week. Please open another packet of biscuits, will you? Done. You know who else we need to get on board with the trial? You don't mean no. Yes, your best friend. Ugh. His and Geo will have a lot of valuable information. It's literally slipping off my chair. You'll have to deal with him carefully. Pick one card to keep. I'll talk a lot and see what comes up. Just try not to make him hate us more than he already does. You know, my uncle said the dredging delayed the opening of the new port. There's definitely something fishy going on. Was that a joke? Please stop. Met the families of some fishermen who died recently. They blame his company. Perfect. Alright, I think I'm gonna end this video here. This is, I believe, like about a 3-hour demo, and probably about an hour in, so definitely get another video out or two probably, just to fully finish up the demo. But I'm super excited. I'm really loving this game. I think it is super fun. So definitely keep an eye out. There's no release date yet. Support their Kickstarter. Make sure to add it to your wish list. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.